Hello, hello, hello. Anyone out there? Hey, we got people popping in. Hey, Rapids, Jody, Ian, hello. Glad to have you here tonight. Trevor, Colleen, Carol, how's it going, guys? You guys hear me okay? Got Jennifer P in the house, net officials here, and Andriana, Sherry, Rhonda, Dottie, hello. A lot of people up late tonight. Not only me. Got David here. Mr. G, out for your walk? You're already home? Hey, Diana. Hey, Barb, you're awake too. What's this for? For you to ask questions. You skipped me. Sorry, Matt. The comments kind of come through in bunches, so sometimes I don't see them all. Hey, Mitch. Hey, Gina. Day here. Not sure what that means. Rusty. We did not get Rusty figured out. He is sitting there in the chair. Someone who may be in the chat actually sent me a video of someone assembling him. So I'm going to watch the video, see if we missed anything, did anything incorrectly. If not, we'll be in touch with Lisa Anderson and Spirit Halloween. But we're going to bring him in the car with us Wednesday night for the drive stream of the haunted houses. So we'll have a little fun with him before he goes back. Oh, it's daytime where Gina is. Well, hope you enjoy your day. Hey, Adam. Yard's decorated. We'll be recording a video on that. Looking forward to seeing that. 5 a.m. in the Netherlands. Yo, got to get some sleep. It's for a while, exactly. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, I did a live stream earlier tonight assembling Rusty from Spirit Halloween, and it didn't really go according to plan. It was kind of a fail because he has something wrong with the motor, so we didn't get to see him operate. So I said maybe I'll go on later for a later night stream just to kind of, you know, salvage what I could out of today's mishap. But it's just the way it goes. Jumping Frog, hey, how's it going? Not used to going live this late. Neither am I. It's been a while. I did this a lot last winter. You guys may have been part of those where we were live around 11 o'clock and stay on until about 1 o'clock in the morning or so. Those are actually pretty fun. Won't be doing that tonight, though. 20 is a 20, exactly. Tons of spirit stuff. They can be fragile. Yeah, I've heard that. This one, unfortunately, it's brand new, but out of the box, his arms lowered when we plugged them in, and the motor wouldn't stop when his arms got down. It just started spinning like the gear of the wheel, grinding noise. So he looks cool, though. Still like him. Hey, Marcia. Doing good. Wait. I do remember your name. It's not Carrie. I know that. Crystal, right? Did I get it right? Over in Pennsylvania, it's not bad. It's somewhat mild. It's in the 40s. Rained a little bit today. Supposed to be, I think, nice tomorrow. Or, yeah, Tuesday. Supposed to be in the 50s, dry. Northeast section, just outside of Scranton. He was supposed to be moving back and forth. He didn't do anything. I don't think he did anything because the motor or whatever it is didn't reset. So it was still trying to bring his arms down. So the motor never stopped, so it couldn't get triggered. So something's wrong with it. Hey, Bill. Hope you can get a replacement. I'm sure we'll get a replacement or an exchange for something else. We'll get it figured out. But like I said, we're going to take him with us Wednesday in the car. He's going to sit in the back seat. We're going to go through a drive-through and get some drinks or something. We're going to have the window down and see if the drive-through people notice him or not. It'll make for a funny time. So you guys will be live. We'll be live. You guys will be live with us when we do that Wednesday night. Yeah, I heard some places are actually calling for snow on Halloween, which I didn't hear around here. But we've had snow before in October. It doesn't surprise me. Archibald, oh yeah. up near Dunmore there. Did you guys have anything going on exciting for the first day of the week, Monday here? Mondays are usually lousy. Weather-wise, it was nothing too exciting. Hey, James. Same this week, higher elevations for snow. Okay, well, hopefully we don't get any here. No snow in Phoenix. I'd hope not. I sent you, yes, Sarah. I actually replied to your email. I've seen that before. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel where he goes through the drive-throughs with different, like, they're almost like animatronics, but he creates them himself. They're almost like puppets. He sits in the back seat and he has like a robot and he has a clown and other characters, and he goes through the drive-throughs. They're actually really funny to watch. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to cold weather. I mean, as much as I love summer to get out and go swimming and exploring, cold weather is perfect for being outdoors because being a bigger guy, I work up a sweat pretty easy. So it's nice to throw on a hoodie and some jeans and a hat and just go outside and enjoy yourself and not have to worry about being drenched in sweat or bees or snakes and other stuff. Dog knocked over a brand new drink from my Taco Bell. Didn't even get one drink. Boy, that stinks when that happens. I've been there. Hey, Justin. See, the way I figure it, Michael, with the cold is that when it's cold, you can always put on more layers to warm up. It's kind of easy to warm yourself up. When it's really, really hot out, no matter how many clothes you take off, you're not going to cool off unless you get into some air conditioning or cold water. So it's easier to get warmer than it is cooler, at least in my mind. Hey, Brenda. Troubleshoot your laptop. Can't upload from my camcorder or SD card to the computer. Adam, you trying to do it via like a USB cable? Or are you trying to put the SD card in directly? Not sure what the issue could be, but hopefully you could get it figured out. Yeah, Dottie, I did mention that. Thank you for sending that. I will watch that and see what happens. It's Tuesday in Australia. Monday was great. I know the lotto numbers. Definitely share them, but on the DM. Big ship in the backyard. Big ship in the front yard with Jack Sparrow. That sounds pretty cool. That would make for a neat video. Off to school you go, Mr. G. Have a good one. And I'm the type of person too that despite how cold it is, I have to have a fan on, whether it's a ceiling fan or a stand-up fan. I need something not only for like a breeze, but also for the noise a little bit, but more so for the breeze. Yeah, it would be nice to have snow for Christmas. We haven't had a white Christmas in I don't know how long. This last winter that just passed, I think total we had like 4 inches of snow, which is like ridiculous. That's not a winter. That's just like a little snow shower. Hey, Ty. Cold in Vegas up to the 80s this weekend. What do you mean by cold? You mean like 60s or really cold? Randy in Ohio. Hello. 42 on November 9th. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Why didn't take the videos? And Adam, wish I could give you some help with that. I mean, depending on how old the computer is or what it's telling you, may have to unfortunately make it a different one, but I'm not too tech savvy with computers. I know camera gear and stuff better, but maybe look up on Google some troubleshooting help or YouTube or something. 40s. Oh yeah, that's fairly cold for Vegas. It's still pretty mild here. I could go out in a t-shirt in the 40s. Another hurricane headed this way. That's not good news. So hopefully it kind of dissipates. Well, he's not dead. I mean, if you plug him in, he'll make a grinding sound, but yeah, he's just stationary for the moment. Am I still alive? No, I'm not. This is pre-recorded, and I have mental capabilities to be able to know you're going to ask that question ahead of time. Adam, are you able to transfer files from your phone to the computer? Does it allow you to do that? Because if it's just with the one particular SD card, it might be a problem with the card itself. I would never think you'd be up this late. I'm actually kind of a night owl. I very rarely go to sleep before 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So if I'm not editing, which I am most of the time, I usually do my editing at night. I usually catching up on YouTube videos or watch a movie. I could lay down at 10 o'clock, but I won't fall asleep till at least 1 o'clock. So figured, hey, hang out with you guys. You guys are up too. Who are we missing here? We got Trevor, 20 degrees. That's nice and chilly. My schedule has been screwed up at various times through my life with different work schedules. Like when I was in my 20s, I worked primarily like security jobs as like a bouncer, doorman, stuff like that. So working bar hours, you get used to being up late. And then, I drove a truck for a while, so I'd have to be up super early. So I'd have to go to bed early. And then, now with doing YouTube, I create my own schedule. But I just got back to being up late and not, I mean, mornings vary. I could be up at 8 o'clock and stay up and do my thing and maybe try to catch a nap. Other times I might sleep a little bit longer and then I'll be good for the entire day. So it varies, depends on what's going on. If it's like a boring, crummy day outside, I'm not gonna, get up too early. 78 in Florida, that's too warm. That's good for a high, but if it's 78 right now, that's way too warm. What kind of black bulb is that in the blue lamp? That's actually a $5 light bulb from Five Below. It can actually change colors with the remote. Oh, it's on blue right now. So I could go to red, yellow, orange, purple. I could. Oh, yeah, there's my JP video sign too. I turned it off. Now I can't get it back on. You guys broke it. There we go. And of course, I have lighting all around here too. This is my studio lighting, which I could change as well and make everything blue. But primarily, all the lighting you see, minus that JPVideos train right there, came from Five Below. I like to do stuff on a budget, so. 78 and humid. That's even worse. Humidity. Pennsylvania has horrible humidity, and I'm not a big fan of it. Unless you own a swimming pool, which I don't, or I'm going to do an underwater video, AC is my best friend for humidity. No, they're not battery operated. They actually plug in with a USB plug, so you could plug it into a computer or a little, wall brick that has a USB port. So they're all plugged in electrically, and they work off remote for $5. They work pretty good. Dollar Tree video this morning. Yeah, going to be hopefully heading back there to do a Christmas video. I'm going to put out a poll on my community tab to see what you guys want to, what kind of stories you want to see for Christmas time. I'm not going to do as many as I did for Halloween. I did go all out for Halloween with filming stories, but I'm going to do 2 or 3 for, Christmas time. The cat's still using the catio. Not right now. When it's warm out, we do open the window for them. I think, what's today? Today's Monday. Last week they were out there. It was really warm up until Saturday. I think Saturday is the last time they were out there. But when it's cold, we keep it closed. Well, when the humidity is high and the temperatures are high, it's a bad combination. It's actually kind of humid today. Being a cooler day, you could feel the moisture though, and if I was doing anything strenuous, I'd be sweating pretty easily. So you are correct. It could be humid no matter what the temperature is, but when it's heat and humidity, it's a bad combination. How long have we been doing videos? 10 years. 2010. Joseph in Plains. Hello in Plains. We are under a God advisory. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, Adam, I'm not sure if you saw Net Official was giving you some suggestions for something with the SD card, so maybe you could do a little digging and get it figured out. Definitely helps to have a computer that you can edit on. Do you have the Christmas story lamp? Yes. It's my major award. Crystal, are you generally a night owl? Because I know you were up pretty late for that stream when I popped in there. Fog advisory. Okay, that's a big difference. So, what's your sleeping schedule like? Do you sleep during the day, or do you catch naps here and there, or don't sleep much? I remember, younger, I could function perfectly fine on just like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, without even batting an eyelash. And then, there's times as you get older, obviously, where you need, 6, 7 hours minimum. Otherwise, you'd be groggy. And I'm not a coffee person, so when I wake up in the morning, I don't go for coffee. I don't do anything to wake myself up. I just basically get out of bed, start moving around, and that's how I wake up. So I don't need any pick me up like people do. You watch on your 55-inch TV and typing on my mobile phone. I know a lot of people do that because you can't really comment through the TV, but watching on a 55-inch would make you feel like you're right there with me. So hopefully that helps. Sleep? What's sleep? That's something that regular people have, right? Go to sleep after 5 a.m. That's a late night. My only go-to drink, it's obviously not good for you. Just like too much coffee is not good for you, but Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, those are my go-to drinks. Yeah, I do drink water and other stuff too, but if I'm craving something and at least want something to drink that's going to put me in a good mood, it's usually one of those or Blue Mountain Dew. I have a 4x8 layout. It's I've Lionel 3 rail and also HO on it. I'm going to be pulling it out this year for Christmas time. It's actually going to be down here in the basement where the couch used to be, and I have my train banner on the wall, the background. So it's going to be there. And I actually have to build some legs for it because typically I laid it on the ground. But with the cats, I'm going to raise it up in the air. But it's not like a detailed, model layout. I just have a bunch of like the ceramic houses that light up with the light bulbs. I put snow down and some vehicles and people just to make it look kind of festive, but nothing extravagant. When I was younger, before I had Lily, I had a 4x8 and I built it from scratch, built the whole towns, got some kits, model kits, stuff like that. And once Lily was born, we needed room. So I ended up selling all the pieces and got rid of it. Been drinking coffee since I was 13. I actually tried getting into coffee when I was younger. I couldn't do it. I tried I tried smoking cigarettes when I was younger because I thought it was a cool thing to do. I couldn't stand the taste. And hey Lisa, coffee, unless I put like tons of cream in it, tons of sugar, that's the only way I could tolerate it. And if I have to tolerate it, I'm not enjoying it. 3 hours sleeping, hoping to get back to my old schedule. I think it's one other thing that's worse is coffee breath and cigarette breath. Like it's I mean, To each their own, but at least with Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, or water, you don't get a horrible, you know, lasting, lingering effect. At least I don't think so. Charlottesville, I have not. It's on my list. I've been meaning to get there, and last year I didn't go because of a snowstorm. This year I didn't go because of Mr. Corona. So I could drink French vanilla cappuccinos, but not like from Starbucks. If I go to like our local gas station, like a Sheetz, Wawa, Turkey Hill, they have those like dispenser machines where they have hot chocolate. They do have French vanilla cappuccino. I do like that, but I usually go for hot chocolate and I'll put in some like cream to thicken it up a little bit. That's what I get. Vibe room, you're in. I used to drink Monster Energies when I used to work for the warehouse at Lowe's. It was a overnight shift. I would get the extra large cans of Monster Energy. I would bring one of those with me, usually have it on my first break. But I don't know, it's more like a placebo. I really didn't feel any benefit from it or any extra energy. It's just one of those things that you're drinking it, you think it's helping, you hope it helps. I more so just enjoy the flavor of it. But I could have been drinking, you know, carbonated water. It'd probably be the same effect. Oh, Alex, if it's boring, you know how you got here? You clicked on it. Same way to leave. No one's making you stay. Energy drinks give me the shakes. I never had that. Yeah, that's what I've heard. But I haven't had a Monster Energy in, geez, close to 3 years. So that's a good thing, right? Well, some people lack social skills to chat with others. So obviously not the page for them. That's okay. No hard feelings. I've had Red Bull too, but the can's so small. Red Bull is like a shot glass of energy drink. It's too small. Doesn't help get more energy, but love the taste. That's pretty much how it was for me. I like the taste. But buying one for 4 days a week, because I worked a 4 day, 10-hour shift, it adds up after a while. So I'm glad I got off of it. The funny thing is, and we talked about it before, like supermarkets, restaurants, like especially fast food places, it obviously seems like the stuff that's good for you costs more money. So, like, just an example, you go to McDonald's, you get a large soda, any fountain soda for $1, and you get a good sized portion of it. You get a bottle of water, it's going to cost you probably closer to $2, and you're getting probably half the liquid volume. If you buy a salad's going to cost you $4 or $5. You could buy a hamburger or chicken nuggets for $2. It's just the odds are not in your favor to eat healthy when it comes to saving money. So unless you buy from like a grocery store and cook yourself, when it comes to going out to eat or grabbing something quick, it's kind of hard to eat healthy because it's going to cost you double the money. I don't really understand that. You sent Spirit Halloween an email. Okay. If you need any contact phone numbers for the two stores near me, let me know. I'll get them for you. Pay up for a salad. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind salad either, but I'm not going to pay an extra $2 for a salad when I could probably get two burgers or nuggets and fries. Get my kickoff with energy starting in the morning. Pre-workout mixed powder load of caffeine. Water during this pandemic, I've lost 40 pounds. That's great news, Grizzly. There was a time, actually numerous times, where we would kind of take a break from soda and just drink more water. And we don't go cold turkey, but usually, I think last year was the last time we did it. we would stop buying soda for the house, and we'd only drink soda if we went out to a restaurant. And we'd go out to eat maybe once or twice a week. So it was just we still had the taste of soda, but we weren't, relying on it or craving it. And if we craved it, it wasn't in the house. And when I did that, I dropped easily probably 15 pounds in a couple weeks. And then, of course, stuff happens. You start, getting the cravings again, or you go out to eat and you're getting the soda cravings again. And it starts, coming back and like, oh, I'll just buy a 12 pack, I'll make it last. Next thing you know, it's gone in 2 days, and then it just starts all over again. So, me being the size I am, I mean, I'm surprised I'm not bigger. I mean, I'm not slender, I'm not slim, but if I stopped drinking soda, I know for a fact I would drop at least 15 pounds. But the one good thing is water is much more affordable. You could buy a case of water at Walmart for about $5, and I think you get like what 24 bottles, depending on what kind you buy. Or you could buy I think 12 cans of soda for about $5, or um, a 6 pack of soda for $3. So at least in the stores, water is more affordable. Sam's Club, yeah, even better. I belong to Sam's. You get some good deals there, but they also have much larger quantities of soda too. Go to bed. Well, Mike, if I do, I'm just gonna lay there and watch TV. So I might as well hang out with you guys for a little bit. Not gonna be on too late. We'll be off before 1 o'clock. Hey, Jason. Thank you, Mary. Guess I have the true definition of a dad bod. Only have a little bit of extra in the stomach area. Cindy, you're here. Yes, you are. You made it. 40 bottles of water at Sam's for $4.50. Yep, good deal. Now, those of you who drink water regularly, like for me, I could taste the difference between diet soda and regular soda. I could also taste the difference between brand soda and off-brand soda. When you guys drink water, can you tell a difference between different water brands, like Fiji or Polar Spring or Nestle? Can you taste the difference, or is it all the same? Thanks for the great vids. Love your channel. Tickinkus. If I sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you for the super chat. You're welcome. There's nothing wrong with the way you look. Oh, Mary, it's what they say. You're always your own worst critic. So I have things I wish I could work on, but at the same time, I do love my snacks and drinks. Yeah, that's how it is, Barb. If it's in the house, it's gonna get consumed. I did rent a place a number of years ago, and it had well water. We would just drink that right out of the tap. That was pretty good. I think some people can also taste the difference too between like purified and was like distilled and other stuff. You know, I've had Fiji water before. It actually tastes really good. It's like smooth tasting, but it's also really expensive. But if we buy water, it's usually Polar Springs or Nestle. Those two taste the same to me. But soda, I could definitely taste the difference between diet and regular. And if I drink like Diet Pepsi or like Diet Cola from Walmart brand, Sam's Choice, there's a difference in taste. I hope so too, Mike. Thanks. Have a good night. Deer Park gives you heartburn. Huh. Never heard of water doing that, but they must have something in the water. Water tastes good with coffee in it. Like my Coca-Cola and Pepsi, hard to get away from it. Yeah. It's easier said than done. I could vouch for that. Like my Big Red, I have one a day. There's times too I get probably I wouldn't say a craving, but just for a change, like to have like variety in your life. I do like cream soda as well. I also like what's it called? Obviously Mountain Dew. I like Diet Mountain Dew, the regular kind of like the blue Mountain Dew, the Voodoo Mountain Dew. But those ones are regular with sugar, so I don't drink them as often. But I do like cream soda once in a while. Not a fan of root beer. Never did like it. Grizzly, not sure. I mean, I do have a Heritage Train website that I do check every once in a while, but I usually listen to or check the forums, like the Norfolk Southern forums on Facebook, and there's people that post when something's coming through. So unless I hear it there, I don't go actively searching for them. But I did film the 11Z coming through from Binghamton heading south today, but I shared it on those forums. I didn't put it on YouTube or anything like that. It was just a three locomotive freighter. It was pretty long, moving slow. Nothing special to it. Some intermodal mixed in, but probably over the winter time, I'd probably be have more time to film some more trains. But I still have more train videos to release too. I still have a couple from my Altoona trip back in July, so just haven't gotten them out yet. When you first did videos out and about, you must have forgotten to take something. Now you always remember. Do you now forget something else? Terry, what do you mean? Juice doesn't do it. Hey, Lisa. I'm not a juice person. I can drink apple juice. I'm okay with apple juice. I don't like orange juice. Cannot stand pulp. I cannot drink down pulp. If there's orange juice with pulp, I can't do it. I'll start gagging. But apple juice, I do like. And I'm not a huge. I don't drink much. If I do, it's usually a beer here or there. But Angry Orchard crisp apple tastes like carbonated apple juice. It's actually pretty good. Hey, what's up, Ken? Flashlight. Yeah, I always have multiple flashlights. I thought they were referring to something else. Pineapple. I don't like anything pineapple. I don't like flavor, drink, smell. Yeah, I've acquired quite a collection of flashlights now. So there's always two on my backpack. There's one in my car. I have extras here. I have some upstairs. I have more than enough flashlights now. So I did rectify that situation. Angry apple pie. Is that a food or a drink? I don't like apple pie. Might have to try the Angry Orchard. Yeah, it's actually quite good, Barb. I'm pretty simple when it comes to beer. Like I'm Bud Light. I like Bud Light Platinum. I used to drink Yingling Lager, it was exclusive to Pennsylvania, but they sell it other places now. I used to like that, but now it's just too thick, too heavy. But Bud Light Platinum is pretty easy with me. And if I could find Angry Orchard Crisp Apple, I'll get a 6-pack once in a while. But how am I doing? I'm doing okay, Lisa. Just kind of hanging out with everyone. Not really tired and taking a break from editing. I got done editing right before I went live, so just chatting about drinks and stuff. My wife and I hope you could check out our house and its paranormal activity. We have the old school house. Is that the one in Ohio, Steve? I think your wife may have messaged me on Facebook a few months ago, but I haven't been out to Ohio yet. I don't like wine. I don't like champagne. I could get it down, but not a big fan of it. Red beers. I don't know if I ever had a red beer. I don't think I have. Watermelon wine. That doesn't sound too bad. I don't even really know the difference between wine and champagne, honestly. I do know, like at weddings, they'll have like a glass of wine or something like that, or champagne for toasting. I do know whatever one it is, though, when you drink it, it's like really dry. And It wasn't like a pleasant taste. I don't know. Was that Pabst Blue Ribbon? No. Music, it depends on my mood, honestly. Growing up through the 80s, I love 80s music, 80s pop, 80s, hair metal, stuff like that. But there's some heavy rock I do like System of a Down, POD, Godsmack. There's also even some rap and hip hop I like too from the 90s, early 2000s. And, it really depends on my mood. Almost everything except country, and nothing against it. Just not for me. Champagne sparkles. So it's probably wine, maybe. I don't know. Got a shift here, getting uncomfortable. Wine's more sweet, champagne's more bubbly. Well, whatever it was, I didn't like it. If I'm blocking my face or not. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. Yeah, I've ruined myself for liquor. Working at bars, obviously you'd get free drinks and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I talked about it before, but the one night I was at a bar I used to work at for security, and it was like a happy hour night, and they had screwdrivers, which is vodka and orange juice, for like, I think it was like 10 cents a drink. And went through a bunch of them, me and my friend, and they were going down pretty easy. And then next thing you know it, I'm in the bathroom. It's all coming back up. Couldn't take that drink again. Then I had the one that tastes like black licorice, um, Jägermeister. That I never liked it. People would always buy me shots of it. I don't know why. And obviously, I'm drinking not to be rude. Jägermeister would make me so sick. I don't like licorice to begin with. And drinking something that tastes like black licorice was so nasty. I'll never drink that again. So I stay away from liquor altogether. It's just not for me. House in West Piston. Oh, the Smurls. Yeah, that's who it is. The Smurl family. It's supposed to be a house in Wilkes-Barre too that's reportedly haunted, and the owner lives out of state, but he charges for people to go there. I'm not going to pay to investigate a house. Thanks, Lynn. The studio is actually kind of dark. I have all the lights off right now. Primarily, I just have my insulators on and the two back there, but I do have a lot of lights. So I have a new addition. My axe from today's video from the Dollar Tree is actually right there on the wall. Diabetes, yeah. I've seen my parents go through having diabetes. Not easy. I pray I never get it. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to music. I could listen to older stuff, like the big band. I could listen to jazz. It just depends on the mood. Lisa says her house is very active. Have you ever done an investigation there, or would you be open to having someone come? I have investigated private residences before, and those are always my favorite because there's usually a story behind it. I like liquor, but not if I can smell or taste it. Just going back, I think I missed someone's comment here. I think I asked Michael if that's the schoolhouse in Ohio, but I don't see his response. I may have missed it. I investigated with Lancaster Paranormal, but he was quiet. Okay. Neville Lee. The only thing I know is that it's still there, and I actually heard it's back on the market now, which is strangely odd to hear. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I do know it's still standing, but it's trashed. It's the word got out about it. Everybody and their friends and cousins went there, and you know, they got hit pretty hard. So I'm thankful I got there the two times I did. Mike, what about Mike? Kenny G, that's some good stuff too. I could actually, if I'm on a road trip sometimes, like I have Sirius satellite radio, which I absolutely love. It's kind of hard not to live without it now. But I like Howard Stern, so I'll put on Howard Stern or sometimes smooth jazz. If I'm doing like a long trip, like driving a couple hours, instead of hearing like the same stuff over and over, I could listen to that and something different. He said yes. Okay. Sorry if I missed it. Lisa, if you're interested, in maybe having me do an investigation there, let me know. 90s on 9. Yeah, I have. I don't remember them all, but I have Hits 1, which Lily usually likes, but it's been kind of crappy lately. 80s on 8, 90s on 9, Pop 2K. What else? Obviously, Howard Stern. I have, I think, about 15 channels programmed. I don't remember all of them, but those are my favorites. Suskin Screamer. Not really. I mean, a lot of the property up there is private and stuff like that, and I wouldn't even know where to go to begin. So I do know other people have looked into it, but that one doesn't really call my name. Did not get to Kennywood. I got out to Altoona for Lakemont Park, which was pretty awesome. Private Parts, that's a funny movie. Thanks, Susan. New Age Radio. Hey, Carol. Go from Suskin to DuPont through the waterways. Yeah, I mean, maybe down the road, Grizzly, but I don't have any intention of doing it right now. I have a notebook here. So this notebook has a couple pages of locations. I have a bunch of index cards and plus Google Maps screenshots on my phone. I have enough locations to get me through another year almost. And slowly I'm picking them off. And every time I do one, I learn about 2 or 3 new ones. So, um, if I run out of stuff, which won't be anytime soon, I may consider doing some other stuff. If you could do a video anywhere in the US, where would it be? That's a good question, Michael. There's a few places. I've been out to Vegas once with my family when I was younger. I want to get out to Vegas and do some videos there. Not only just like the city life, but I do know of some abandoned, interesting structures out there. I also want to make it to Germany because I am half German, so I'd love to get there. All right, Lisa, I will. I'll probably get that to you in the morning. Celtic music. I heard that. I think they usually play that when I go to. Here we go with the brain fart. Oktoberfest. I think they usually play it there. Yeah, Texas is another place. There's so many places. Texas, absolutely. I would love to get there. There's also places I want to return to as well. Like I love Tennessee. I do like North Carolina. I do like parts of Virginia. So although I've been to those states a couple times, I've only seen small parts of them. What part of the world are you doing your live stream from? Pennsylvania. One thing I love is kind of like observing like people in social situations. So like Vegas, tons of people, tons of different, you know, cultures and personalities. And Fremont Street, I actually watch, every once in a while, people that do walking tours of Fremont Street, and you got street performers there, you got live music, you got people that are out there drinking, you got people that are, just all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. And I could just stand there or get like a hotel room with like a balcony on it and just watch everyone, just kind of do their thing. It's just for whatever reason, it's entertaining for me. No meetups planned. Well, then we did have 2 meetups recently. We had one earlier this month. Tennessee is beautiful, and I actually wouldn't mind living there. The only thing that would deter me is 2 things. Number 1, the summers are really, really hot, so I would have a hard time adjusting to that. Number 2, I would be away from Knoebels. It'd be kinda hard to leave Knoebels. I do wanna get up north too. I wanna go to Vermont. I wanna go to Massachusetts. I've been to Connecticut once. I met up with Rich Discoveries there. Good for people watching. Yeah, people watching. Same thing with the boardwalk. If I go to Ocean City, Maryland, or even Atlantic City, I could sit on a bench on the boardwalk and just kind of watch everything happen. Caves and sinkholes were Mitch's. Those are definitely something I enjoy exploring. Yeah, Lynn, if you want to see, it's on my channel. It was earlier this month. The video came out, I think, a week or two ago. We went to the Pioneer Coal Mine Tunnel in Ashland, Pennsylvania, and Centralia. The Centralia video I didn't release yet. And the meetup before that was at the U.S. Army Heritage Museum in Carlisle. That one I did not attend, but others did. Bring on Vermont and Mass. I'll be your tour guide for the trip. Well, David, if I do ever announce I'm going out there, feel free to reach out to me, because one thing I don't rely on, but I do appreciate is locals to areas who are able to kind of point me in the right direction as to where to go. Like, although I do love just driving and finding stuff my own, having some ideas planned out ahead of time does make it easier. Like I'm going back out to Altoona, and Dan, who was at our meetup event, is from Altoona, and we've been in touch, and he's been telling me about all these different things he knows about in the Altoona general area. So I'm going to be able to check out some new stuff based on his input, which is always appreciative. I've never been to Massachusetts. I do want to go. Been to New York City, before. It was last time I was in Times Square. I think it was about 2-3 years ago. Probably closer to 3 years. And like Times Square there, I love walking around Times Square. It's just so much activity. It's crazy. Someday I'll have to look up Knoebels. Definitely look it up. It's Knoebels, but they are going to be open for their final weekend this coming weekend, obviously. And then they're going to be open in November for Joy Through the Grove, their drive-through Christmas display, which is brand new for this year. So I'm looking forward to that. Nashville, yeah, I haven't been through Nashville yet. Do want to see that. Horseshoe Turn, Horseshoe Curve is pretty cool. That's definitely worth checking out. My recommendation is go to the Railroaders Memorial Museum. It's right in Altoona. You go there, pay your admission, you get to see the Railroad Museum, which actually has indoor model train layouts as far as I know, but it was closed when I went there. Anyways, when you buy your ticket there, your ticket also covers your admission to Horseshoe Curve. So you can get 2 locations for one price as long as you go the same day. Hey, Lisa, I'd like to see your area too, because I've been to North Carolina, but I know you're much farther away, a few hours away from like Cherokee and was it like Bryson City and others? I don't know, but I do know I want to see more of North Carolina, especially your neck of the woods. I think they even do like bus trips to Salem, Mass for like Halloween time, like a witches tour or something like that, or I've heard about it. Thanks. And yeah, I do my best to try to show what Pennsylvania has to offer, and you just have to know where to look. There's a little bit of everything. Funny thing is that people who live here, if you talk to most people who live in Pennsylvania, are like, "Oh, Pennsylvania is boring," and they're always traveling out of state. But then when I show videos of all the cool stuff in Pennsylvania, people want to visit Pennsylvania. So me living here, I have no reason to really leave except for a change of scenery. But Pennsylvania has a lot of history for railroading, mining, you know, historical aspects, and then nature and everything else. It has a little bit of everything. Houston has some sights to see. I heard everything is bigger in Texas. And me loving food, I'd love to go to some famous like food stops down there. Anything besides the West Coast. That's one place, Jenny, I'm actually have no intention of going to other than Vegas and Nevada area. But California, if I never saw California, I'd be okay with that. And nothing against anyone who lives there, but just anything I've ever heard about or learned about it just seems like it's not really the place for me. Hey, Alice, Michigan. Yeah, I would like to get to Michigan, especially Detroit area. It's like an abandoned mecca of the world. Dangerous, but abandoned. Kentucky, I've not been there. Would like to, though. Doomed Stadium down here in Texas. Wow. Domed? Oh, Dome Stadium. Wonder if I seen a video on that. Somebody may have did a video on that. Colorado seems pretty beautiful, too. Price is Right, he turns on. You're born in California. Where are you at now, Mary? Are you still there? Or? Hey, Jenny. You're up late, too. All of us here on the East Coast. Most of us on the East Coast are up. Lisa's up late. Ginny, Barb, Justin. Justin, you're up in Connecticut, right? Yeah, I think that's the one I saw. Bright Sun Films. Let's hope I move to Florida one day. The only thing I like in Florida is Disney. I am a Disney fan, but I've only ever been to Disney in the wintertime, usually around Thanksgiving. Hey, we got Mr. Herman P. in the house. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you back. Alcatraz. Yeah, that would be cool to see, but I'm not going to go to California just for that. 1:30 here Atlantic time, so you're an hour ahead of us. Your bike was lost in PA. Well, I know it's not at the Alamo. There's no basement. 5 miles before you get to Fort Knox. Might have to make a road trip to Fort Knox then. Tombstone. Hey, Adam. Glad to have you back. If you could stand the boat trip out to it, I get seasick. My family used to have a boat, so I'm okay on boats. Move the Playhouse to Florida. Hopefully that's a good change. Yeah, Cedar Point is on my list. Kennywood, which I think is Pittsburgh area, is on my list. And someone who I'm very jealous of at the moment, Mr. Matt MPG, went out to Cleveland and he went to the Christmas Story House, which has been on my list for a couple years now. I plan on doing Cedar Point, Christmas Story House, and Cincinnati subway tunnels, but just have not been to Ohio yet because of what's going on. But one day, hopefully next year. Get an RV and do America. RV, too much maintenance. Fuel costs are outrageous, and the lack of places to park because a lot of Walmarts don't allow you to do it anymore, and you got to pay for electricity at campsites and drain the waste and fill up on water. Too much maintenance. I'd rather just, if anything, I'd get a van and just throw an air mattress in the back. Hey, Vicky. I'm not I don't know, RV. I mean, it would be fun, but I know some people that own them. I've seen some RV channels I watch on YouTube, and they are not cheap to maintain. Is Gettysburg really haunted? I believe it is. I've not done an investigation there, but they do like ghost walks there. Yeah, Ken, yours is like a pull behind, right? It's not like a true RV that drives itself, or am I mistaken? I'm not I'm not what's the word you want to call it? I'm not mechanically inclined to do maintenance on a RV. My luck could break down somewhere and I'd be paying an arm and a leg. I like to keep things simple. I mean, obviously it would be really fun and adventurous, but just looking at the long term cost and maintenance and upkeep, it's not really up my alley. But I do see you know the good aspects of having one, but I don't think I would be there's some purchases that I made in my life that I you know not necessarily regret because they helped me learn something, but not ones I would attempt to do again. They they were costly mistakes. You guys are learning about each other being neighbors. That's nice. So 12:37. We'll go till 12:45. How long have we been on here now? Just shy of 57 minutes. So yeah, we'll go till 12:45. Definitely had a nice group of people tonight hanging out. So I'm glad all of you tuning in to chat about mundane stuff. I know one or two people complaining about why are they here, but they seem to have left just as quickly. So that's a great thing about freedom of choice. You get to do what you want, watch what you want. Yeah, Sarah, all the way in the Philippines. Sarah, what time is it there now? Just curious. San San Deva, Illinois. Is that it? Sorry if I mispronounced that. 12:45 this way. I could go back to work. Well, I'm sorry if I'm distracting you from work. Hammerhead, love your videos. Appreciate all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being a viewer. Yeah, Justin, that is definitely a cheap way to go. But when are you going to get your bike fixed? Hopefully for next year. Hey, Smoking Joe, good to have you in the house. You're going to keep in touch with your friend there, Urban Kiwiana. 12 hours ahead of you. So, okay, so it's 12, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon then. Just curious, Justin, is it like something major that's wrong with it? Like, does it need like a major overhaul, or is it just something that you've been putting off? I mean, for the most part, motorcycle engines are relatively small and easy to work on, unless it's something like internal with the like a rod or a piston or something like that. But I've owned bikes. It's one thing I am somewhat mechanically inclined with is motorcycles because I've owned one since I was 7. I've always learned how to change my own oil and you know do the plugs. Like I never ripped an engine apart, but usually general maintenance, you get away with anything major. Hey, Cindy, humble guy. Yeah, he's really polite, really genuine. I enjoy hearing from him. Hey, Ty Sutherland, $20. Thanks for being you with a pair looking in the mirror. Woohoo! Thank you, Ty. Too kind. Hey, Vidar. My pleasure, Vicky. I've been saying all along, you guys are willing to watch. I'm gonna keep continuing making the videos, even if you don't enjoy it. I'll still do it. Oh, geez. How many miles are on it? Let's say if it's something too severe, just, you know, sell it for parts, get another bike. Like with my Vulcan, it's nothing sentimental to me. I enjoy riding it, but if it's something major went on it, I wouldn't dump a boatload of money into it. It just wouldn't be worth it to me. Yeah, if you're here and enjoying yourself, like Crystal and Ken are saying, one of these doesn't hurt. Good night, Mitch. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping things up in just a few minutes here. Yeah, Adam, I've been there a bunch of times. I've actually seen you a couple of times, but you never say anything to me. I've seen you in the toy section before, and I've seen you up by the registers. And the one time I actually gave a wave to you, you just looked the other way. So I don't know if you didn't know who I was, but I'm like, hey, he always chats in my videos, but he doesn't want to talk to me in person. 75 Kawasaki 900Z1. Yeah, one of my first street bikes I had was 1980 Honda CB 750. Oh, what was the model after that, or the lettering? I think it was. I forget what it was, but it was actually a more valuable one. But it's a early model sport bike, big heavy bike, and I had a little bit of an oil leak out of one of the heads. I never got it fixed, but it was just enough that it would make a little bit of a mess. But I just cleaned it up, keep the oil topped off. But that was a fun bike to ride. It was one of my first street bikes. Oh yeah, CB 750F. That's what it was. 750F. Had an aftermarket exhaust on it. It was like a maroon color. Not David, Michael. I do have Facebook and Gmail. The links can be found down below in the description. Christmas tree goes up usually the weekend of or after Thanksgiving. Thanks, Dottie. We'll keep you updated about Rusty. CB125. I've had everything from Honda to Kawasaki to Yamaha. I had a Harley before, which I'll never buy again. But I've had Yamaha dirt bikes and street bikes. I had a Yamaha R6 sport bike. But I do like Hondas. I do think they're a little pricey, but I do like Hondas. They're reputable. Kawasaki's, though, are usually pretty good value, pretty reliable. So have a funeral for Rusty. Not until he comes for a ride with us in the car Wednesday. Well, everyone, we are just shy of 12:45. By the time I get done rambling, I'm sure it will be 12:45. So just want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. If you're catching this in the replay, you didn't really miss too much. We're just sitting here hanging out. It's one of those times where there's nothing going on, and I'd rather chat with some of my favorite people than to edit or watch a movie or something like that. So if you guys do enjoy these late night streams, I will be doing more of them over the winter time. So make sure you are subscribed, have the notification bell rung. That way you don't miss any updates or alerts when those videos do come out. If you want to join me live again, Wednesday night, around 7:30, we will be live driving around with Rusty, checking out some cool Halloween houses. And tomorrow night, 8 p.m., will be a brand new abandoned house video. You're not going to want to miss it. So until then, guys, stay safe. And if I can find my mouse, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a good night, guys.